from Prada. Real what's round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Die from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm ready and 10, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Okay, Coach, historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Check out. 180. 12. Bridgestone, travel.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 31, Luck. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout, but let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. And Jones has it over the middle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. They'll fake it. Now Locke. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. 12 more yards there and another first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Luck forced out to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down.
Push him back.
From the gun, here's Luck. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
A 22-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Rodgers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a lion that's shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91. Hey, check. Go.
A shotgun snap for Luck. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91. Monday. Come. I got you. Check.
3rd and long. It's Luck. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Trevor Davis, deep for Green Bay. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in. Possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
319. Yeah, this. You. Check 50. Hey, Alpha. Over. Inside. Safety's creeping. 319.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 28 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
On 1st and 10, Locke. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Locke. Dancing to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Third down now, it's C.J. Anderson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. C.J. Anderson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Steps away. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Flowers, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
25 to Mike. Right now, you got 58. It's our field. It's our field.
Throwing is Rodgers. Going for the deep ball. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. It's Will Harris, the rookie from Boston College, who picked it. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
91 is the Mike. Mike 91. You better be afraid of me. 12. Be afraid of me.
Throwing on 3rd down. Luck. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one is right down Broadway. Remember, Prater has hit from 64 earlier in his career. This one not quite as long, but good from distance nonetheless. Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
26. Blue draw forfeit.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for Packers. 1st down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Rodgers now on 1st down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Check 3. X3. 218, chopper.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Escaping the... And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now Rodgers looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Lions will take over. Luck on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Let's get it.
The Lions on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Check 91.
Here's Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Rashawn Gary coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the...
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and it's now 13-7. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
We want it.
The final shot before the break. Luck looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked...
And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20, 10, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Crosby with the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up.
They run it again with Anderson. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Clock on third down. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson, extending the arm.
Oh, yes, it works.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big gain of 39 on third.
On third down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the first down. But in this case, he turned it into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
Smooth.
Just beating the play clock is Locke. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Again, Locke. Being chased out left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. That close on third down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
So it's his 3rd field goal now with a ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a Willie Snead all alone. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Willie Snead. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's Anderson. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Luck now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Locke. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Blake Martinez, the NFC's leading tackler a year ago, in on the stop.
Let's go, B. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. 25, check 25.
Back to throw, Love. It's caught, Jones. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
5.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Love. Forced out to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
You got 3 down.
Looking to throw again on second down. Luck. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's third down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Luck. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Logan Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absent teammate's insane.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be taken very short. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Rodgers now on first down. Dancing to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back. He's got him in. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 39 yards there. A big one.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. This is caught. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing is Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check, crunch. Pilot, 64, weak. 150.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Brought in left side by Snead. And out across midfield down to the 45. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Hey, Haywood!
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things?
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. He's back to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Dean Lowry able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Check 91 is the Mike. Mike 91.
Here we go on 4th. Rock. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. This is Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. extra point up and good by Crosby. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of it.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Here's Love. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Kevin King with a pick. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Going up top. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. After the interception, it's Love. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Locke. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Locke. Steps away to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time is